Guys, I am being transported to the year 2050 to see what the Alton Towers resort will look like. I'm only joking. I'm just gonna yap about what I personally think will be at the park in 2050. But hey ho. Welcome back to another epic universe Coaster Max video. Welcome back, everyone. We're here again. So obviously, as you just heard me say, we're going to be talking about Alton Towers in 2050. So I've got a list of stuff that I have written down of what I personally think will be at the park, but you can obviously discuss what you think will be at the park in 2050 in the comments below, so make sure if you want, you don't have to. This is Banana Max. Subscribe or you will turn into a banana like me. Enjoy the video. Let's crack on. So this video will be split into 3 parts. So we've got roller coasters that will be at the resort in 2050. We have park improvements, which is kind of a small one, but it still needs to be talked about. And then we have flat rides and dark rides. So that's the 3 sections. And yeah, let's go. Yeah! I think in 2050 we will see at least 2 big thrill coasters be replaced. Now this isn't there's only going to be 2 roller coasters by 2050. No, I don't mean that. At least 2 of the big coasters that are existing in the park right now will be replaced. They will be gone, vanished. Puff. And stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to make those 2 coasters in Planet Coaster. Yeah, and if you want to learn more about Planet Coaster 2, top right now, click it now. So first coaster that's going to be removed, rest in peace, Oblivion. I think they will personally go with either a retrack, but I kind of leaned away from that because they've just retracked Nemesis. Why would they do that? I think they would go with more improved dive coaster model with a longer layout. Now I think that's probably the most realistic thing that would go in that area, but I wouldn't put it past them to completely flatten that area or just dig a big hole and plop the Retro Squad in there. Now, the second coaster that I think will be Put Rita. Yeah! I think that will be replaced by an LSM launch coaster. Longer layout, but the same storyline as 13 to keep with the go. But they'll slightly change it a little bit just to fit with the new coaster model. We're moving down to Forbidden Valley, my favorite area in the park, I do have to say. Obviously, Project Ocean opening this year, so I think once that opens, lots of changes will happen to Galactica and that Wham car park that's next to it. Galactica obviously will get a retheme. That is obvious. It's obviously going to happen, but they could go with a new coaster in the future that could be themed to the Phalanx, obviously. But it'd be interesting what kind of storyline they go with for Galactica or a new coaster, because obviously it has to be something to do with the Phalanx. It just has to be. But it'd be interesting the way they go round doing that. I don't know, it's going to be interesting. Obviously we have the arcade that is at the top of Forbidden Valley. Now, when I say removed, I don't mean just get rid of the whole new building they built there. I think it would be maybe a Scarefest attraction of some kind or a ride of some sort, but the building is very small. I think it'd be themed to Subterra in a way. I don't know really what could go in there. It just seems so silly to build an arcade that tall. Like, it's silly, it's stupid. So then it must have been built for something else. It's not ready yet. They just whacked an arcade in there for the meantime. Moving on, we have Hex, which will finally open in 2050 alongside the Sky Ride. Yes, collab Alton Towers. Well done, well done. Obviously Hex will open this year. Fingers crossed. And then the Sky Ride next year. So it'll be interesting to see what changes have happened to X. This is not Thought Park. Yeah, because I have no idea. I know they released that video, and there's some small changes, but they could have completely redone some scenes. I don't know, we'll see. A new dark ride could possibly come to CBeebies Land. Now, this is a weird take, but it'll be a family attraction, something that you would see at Legoland, something like that. But it'll be a dark ride that is kind of themed to CBeebies or the Ninky Nonk. But yeah, we'll see what could possibly go in there. But I think CBeebies Land will have lots of development by the year 2050. I completely forgot to do the areas, but you get the gist, you know, park improvements. Let's talk about that now. Monorail improvements. Maybe a replacement. I think the monorail needs a big revamp in some way, just to improve it a bit more. Get rid of the stupid stickers on the side so I can see Nemesis Reborn. Possible new layout maybe. Could be interesting. New layout, it could maybe weave through the car park a bit differently. Park entrance improved. Now I think this is definitely something that they will do by the year 2050. Most likely. If we're talking about park improvements, obviously they're going to change everything about the park. but the entrance is the most important thing in everyone's day. I feel like it gives you the expectation of what your day will be like seeing the entrance, because if you see some dirty, mucky entrance, you're probably not going to have the best impressions in the morning. I feel like maybe they're not going to remove corkscrew. That will stay, but lots of improvements to the entrance. I feel like maybe the system that it works, the plaza around it, just make a bit more fresh. It's good, but it could in 2049 it might be awful. I don't know. Okay, moving down back to Forbidden Valley. New roller coaster in the area behind Galactica, the big car park. Yeah. Carrying on the Phalanx storyline. But anything could go in there. It could be flat rides. You could have the Thought Park flat ride area there, a dark ride, water coaster. Anything could go in that space, which is truly exciting because it's a good development area thing. You could do anything in that area. So cool. Let's go. Yes, cool. Let's get a prayer in the chat. Wait, no, I'm not live. Prayer in the comments. I think Battle Galleons will be removed and replaced with a water ride, flat ride maybe. Over the lake, but there was okay, I'm gonna get this wrong. I literally searched up earlier. Zamperla or something. It's called Big Waves, and it's getting added to Planet Coaster 2, by the way. So it's like a drop tower, I guess, and then it drops into water and then splashes everywhere. I feel like we could see something like that in the Mutiny Bay area, which would be cool because it's more of a thrilling flat ride for that area, which would, be quite good. But I also think one of these could go in X Sector, maybe like as a testing subjects or something, because it's obviously to run the theme of the Smiler. It could be all black and yellow, and it'd be quite an interesting thing to add. Okay, this is the big part though, Project Horizon. Now, obviously, I think this coaster will open in 2026, maybe later in the year. Definitely not for the start, like Nemesis Reborn or any other coaster they've added to the park. Obviously, it'll be a new whole area, and then over the next few years, or maybe before it opens, David Walliams will be removed and rethemed to be an extension to the new Project Horizon area. Obviously, the dungeons are going to be a Scarefest attraction. Interesting what's going to go in there, but I feel like in the near future, when Project Horizon opens, it will be replaced, and there'll be a themed dark ride that will be the theme of Project Horizon. I feel like that area will transform massively when that ride opens. I still think it's going to be the Retro Squad in that building. But now we're going to talk about the overall park. So obviously, like park improvements, like we talked about with the entrance and the monorail. The overall park, we probably see lots of improvement, such as pathing redone, more upkeep around the park, like cleaning buildings or just cleaning the paths, and then repainting stuff such as rides, which I feel like they'll pressure wash most of the rides throughout the stages of the season. Some of this depends on money, which I understand. So everything that I've listed would be in stages over the years until 2050. Like I promised, yeah, Planet Coaster. I don't know what I've built. Let's just give it a POV. Oblivion, but rebuilt and better? I don't know. Whoa. Alright, we're at the top there. Yeah, so this is what Oblivion would look like in 2050. Ignore the drop. Down we go. Couple injuries there on the drop. You get the gist. Ooh, into a massive airtime hill there. Lovely, lovely little hang time here. Little turn into the brake run. Wow. Oh, look at that sign. You should definitely do that right now. Right now. Yeah, what a lovely little ride. This is definitely not what it would look like. Now we have Rita. Here we go, look at this. Let's give this a POV. The Rita was deleted. Put LSMs in. Down the massive launch. Keep the kind of same. Oh, that's not the same. Lovely hang time on a 0G roll there. Nice eat time, air time over the station. Coming round. Weird inversion there. Lots of hang time though. Nice and whippy. Little air time out your seat there and into the station brakes, whatever you want to call it. Rita in 2050 looks disappointing, but obviously this is just me. I'm sure someone out there can make a better coaster. Let me just come over here quick. What's this? What's this trick? Oh my god. Alton Towers will open. Coaster Max Land. with Banana Max the ride. So stay tuned, subscribe, and join the Coaster Max army.
Goodbye. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video.